Today I'm going to talk about things that help me to stay peaceful in any situation. Hello my darlings. Welcome to Be Strong and Love Yourself, a channel for very strong people. I'm Dasha Bisali and I created this channel to share some information that helps me to improve my life. I don't give advices on my channel. I'm not a therapist or scientist, and to be honest, I'm not extremely smart, but I discovered for myself some tips that help me to have a better life, and I really hope that they will help you too. I just got a new job a week ago and I'm extremely happy and I really like it so far. So far so good. But this is not what I'm going to talk about in this video. In this video I'm going to talk about my darkest moments, when I experience pain, when I suffer. What do I do when it happens? First of all, I want to say that it is impossible to be happy all the time. At least I cannot be. Sometimes I do experience negative emotions. Sometimes I suffer, and the suffering can be caused even not by something external, but by my own hormones and the way my brain works. So even if I try really hard to be happy and positive all the time, I will not be able to. So what I decided for myself, and saying instead of being happy all the time, I decided that I would rather be peaceful most of the times because it's easier, and peaceful, non-reactive, and maybe the word equanimous will be also a good one to describe what I mean. And I will share with you a few things that help me to be more peaceful, again, even if something bad happens. And first of all, the most helpful is my trust, and I trust God a lot. And I always, when I experience pain, I feel God's presence in my life, and I know that He will help me, He will comfort me, He will send me probably people that will help me, or He will help me to be stronger so I can overcome my difficulties. So when I'm stressed, when maybe I'm in panic because I have a lot of things to do, and maybe when something bad happens, I know that God will help me, and at some point He will give me everything I need, and He actually gives me everything I need all the time. Right now, even if I want something and I cannot get it, I still have everything I need. Sometimes I cannot get what I want, but I always have everything I need. So this trust and this belief that God is always there for me, so I shouldn't really worry, helps me to stay peaceful even if I feel bad. And I understand that all the pain is temporary, and I will get something even better later if something is not given to me right now. The other thing that helps me a lot is when I say out loud how I feel. And it might sound weird, but I don't know why it works. But when I say, oh, it hurts, I feel pain, I suffer. When I say it out loud, and when I admit it and I accept my suffering, it actually reduces the amount of the pain. And instead of being in pain for an hour, let's say, I am in pain for 5 minutes. So I do like this exercise of acceptance. As I said, again, I think it's normal to experience some discomfort, and we are humans, and these are just some signals. But sometimes instead of accepting the pain, we're trying to get rid of it, and when we do that, we can hurt ourselves and we can hurt other people. So if we don't stay peaceful, we can have really bad consequences of our own pain. What is said that sometimes we try to create action plans of how to hurt other people. So we are scared, we feel discomfort, and we think if we hurt someone else, we will feel better. It doesn't really work like that. And when we hurt other people, we create even more negativity in our lives. So it's better to try to calm down and to become more peaceful rather than go out there and hurt other people. The other thing that I find helpful is meditation. So this is not something that I do when I experience pain. I actually, when I suffer, let's say, and when I have really mean thoughts and when I cry, I don't like to meditate too much. And but I do meditate every morning. And I believe that if you have this habit of meditation practice, it is much easier to be peaceful in general. So you don't have to wait for something bad to happen to start to meditate. And you can do it every morning or every day, whatever time you prefer. But try to do it regularly. And in general, it will help you to work with your mind and with your thoughts better. I find it useful to have a journal, and also it's more like a daily exercise, but it helps me to release negative emotions too. And I leave on paper some stuff, and I also notice that when I write my journal, I can make little jokes and look at some things more like at TV show or some novel, and I get detached from some problems. And I look at them from a different angle, and they become more funny rather than scary. So journaling is very helpful. And I also like one app, gratitude app, that I have where I type in 3 things I'm grateful for the day. It also helps me a lot. It reminds me of how many things God does for me every day, and puts me in some good mood before I go to sleep. And these are my tips, so I will repeat them again. Tip number 1 is trust God. Just one thing is that if you don't believe in God, you can still trust life, or you can believe in yourself. I think it can work too, and you can have trust and say to yourself, I've been through a lot of stuff, and I know that I will be able to handle this situation. It is bad now, but I will be able to go through that. So for me, it's very easy, because when I trust God, I don't even have to think about the problem. But I think you don't have to believe in God in order to have trust. And then tip number 2 is to say out loud how you feel, to accept your negative emotions and your pain. Tip number 3, try to meditate every day. Have this practice, daily practice. And try journaling if you want, and gratitude exercises. So these are my tips, and this is what helps me to stay peaceful. I still have a lot to learn, and sometimes I'm not able to stay peaceful, but I see the huge progress and things that made me very reactive, maybe even a couple of months ago, do not bother me that much right now. And sometimes I can get some very negative message, for example, and somebody can be not nice to me. Of course, first reaction is to reply something, to say something mean to, or to stop talking to the person. But then when I apply, my rules, my tips, I become kind and peaceful, and I learn how not to hurt other people. So it helps me a lot in life, and it also saves me a lot of energy that I can spend on my new job that I really like. And I hope that you found this video useful. If you did, please give me a like, because it helps me with YouTube algorithm. I never have a lot of likes. That's okay, I guess. And I wish you a lot of love, happiness, and peace in your heart and in your mind. And please take care of yourself. I'm sending you my love. Please be strong and love yourself. Love wins, always. I didn't know how to finish this video, so I decided to sing a Russian song. And I'm very bad singer, so you don't have to listen to it. But this is how I feel right now. I feel like singing. And I also want to promise that by the end of November, I will post a video where I will be reading a poem. And I wanted to do it for quite a while, so now I commit to do it by the end of November. And ladies and gentlemen, now me singing Russian song. Really bad.
Под лаской плюшевого пледа вчерашний вспоминаю сон. Что это было, чья победа? Кто побежден, кто побежден? Все передумываю снова, все перемучиваю вновь. В том, для чего не знаю слова, в том, для чего не знаю слова, была любовь. Кто был охотник, кто добыча, все дьявольски наоборот. Что понял длительно мурлыча сибирский кот, сибирский кот. В том поединке своеволей, кто в чьей руке был только мяч, чье сердце ваше ли, мое ли, чье сердце ваше ли, мое ли, летело вскачь. И все-таки что же это было, чего так хочется и жаль? Так и не знаю, победила ль, так и не знаю, победила ль. Побеждена ль, побеждена ль.